All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by the channel. This will be the first video in the new office. So as you can see, got some of my little army memorabilia. Back when I used to be a competitive powerlifter. All my little knickknacks and keepsakes, challenge coins, and all that. Got the guns on the wall. If you follow my Instagram at Big Spurge, you saw that there. Um, but yeah, this is just a little knock the rust off kind of video. Me getting back into making videos, but the point of this video, as you saw in the thumbnail, I got a bunch of questions and praise, which I'm thankful for. Because if you don't know, I used to draw freelance for a little bit. Like during COVID, I was dabbling in graphic design, so I'm somewhat artsy. Uh, yeah, I just wanted to kind of let that creative side out. But first and foremost, I'm not the creator of this tutorial. This is actually by Firing Electric M87, something like that. I'll tag him below, so make sure you follow him on Instagram because he's the originator, or he is where I got this tutorial from. He did it on some magazines, and I was like, hey, I could just do that same tutorial on a rifle. So, step one: how to get this sort of camo. Like any other Rattlecan job, you're gonna need masking tape. So first you're going to mask off everything that's important to you: glass, data, screens, triggers if you do that, um, ocular lens, muzzle brake or muzzle device if you don't want any paint on there. Anything that you deem important, mask it off. Now, you might be saying, hey, Spurge, how are you going to show us how to do this tutorial if yours is already done? Good for you. I took pictures of the last time that I did this tutorial. So boom. Step two: once you have masked off all the important things to you, your turrets, your screens, front, back, your objective and ocular lens, your muzzle brake if you do that, your the bottom of your magazine if you don't have a magazine in there. Once you've masked off everything, the first thing you're going to do is establish a base coat. For me, on both times that I did this camo color scheme, I used my base coat of black because I wanted the tiger stripes to be black. So establish your base coat. Boom. Step three: now you're going to use this masking tape and just get creative. Don't be so rigid. Don't be afraid to mess up. So here's a picture of the last time that I masked off my tiger stripes. But yeah, just really the only thing is keep them all going in the same direction. If they're all going towards the muzzle or like 45 degrees forward, keep both sides doing the same thing. Now, once you've established how your stripe pattern is going to be laid out, then you're going to use your second color, whatever color that is for you. For me, it was nutmeg. I want to say it was flat nutmeg or satin nutmeg by Krylon. I don't know. I want to say it was flat nutmeg. Forget the manufacturer. I'll throw up a picture. And then boom, I left my tiger stripes on there. The masking tape, just spray painted over everything, so everything is all brown. Then, after you let that dry, the next thing that you're going to need is a paintbrush. Now you might be saying, Spurge, why do we need a paintbrush if we're doing a Rattlecan? Well, if you look closely, if you want to zoom in on your phone or look at these pictures or go back and look at my Instagram, what you're going to see is that there are brush strokes giving this sort of a different sort of approach to a Rattlecan job. All you're going to do is you're going to get you a little paper plate, an old shoebox, something of the sort, spray in your accent color. So now we're on color 3. You have your base coat, which is the color of the tiger stripe. So we have our base coat, our rifle coat, which for me, it was nutmeg. So black, nutmeg. And then the brush color, which is, I want to say, rust brown. Yeah, so we have our base color, we have our base color, rifle color, accent color. So we spray that into our sacrificial whatever, your shoebox, paper plate, whatever. Spray that color onto the plate or into the box. Dab the tip of your paintbrush into the paint and just lightly notice how the paintbrush like barely moves. I'm not pressing down. I'm not doing this. I'm just barely just going in the same direction. Go over your tiger stripes that you've masked out. So if I have stripes going this way, I'm just going in the same direction as my stripes. And just, like Bob Ross says, have some fun with it. Happy mistakes. There are no mistakes because, as we all know, if you're rattle canning and you start getting too rigid, that's when things get wonky and they start looking fucking ugly. So have fun with it. Then once you let that dry, once your little fur brush strokes have dried, the only thing that I did differently than the tutorial from firing electric, that gentleman, is I used a mesh bag and then I used a lighter, like I want to say it was the Krylon Flat Dark Earth, and I just misted some over the tiger stripe just to break it up just a little bit. I want to say I held the paint can back like 2 feet, and I just misted it so you can barely see it. Then I did the same thing with black just to kind of break up even more of the random spots. But yeah, the tutorial is pretty straightforward. It seems crazy and time consuming, but not to brag at all, but excuse me, the more you put into masking it off, the more stripes you do. That's really just the time consuming part. The more stripes you do, the more time it's going to take. But once you've masked it off, that's really it. So I want to say in total, I spent like 5 minutes per side just taping random patterns and on the scope and whatnot. But that was really it. This was all in all maybe a minus the drying time in between coats. This is probably just like a 15-minute rattle can. I would do one coat, go back in the house, come back out and check on it. If it was ready, next color, back in the house. This wasn't like I'm sitting outside waiting on this thing to dry for 3 hours. So, but yeah, that's really it. Just wanted to give you all a quick little rundown on how to do this because it's relatively easy, and you know the guy that made the tutorial, I want to say it's in his story highlights, so it's public knowledge, but everybody just kind of does the same old rattle can, stripes in one direction. And I was like, hey, let's try this, see what the people think, and you guys like it apparently, so yeah, let's see what you got. So if you are interested in giving this a go for it. Now you know how. Just tag me on Instagram so I can see it. I'm not trying to take credit for this at all. I just wanted to show y'all how I did it, and yeah, give credit to the guy that did the tutorial himself. So yeah, thanks for stopping by the channel. If you're not subscribed, do so. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but hey, here we are moving into this new house and dealing with the new work balance schedule. I'm now a wrestling coach for the old high school that I used to go to. So on the days that I am coaching, I'm actually wrestling with the wrestlers, like back in the old days. But yeah, and now I'm an old man. So when I'm tired, your boy be tired. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all how to do it. And yeah, anyway, make sure you share this video with somebody that, maybe they're thinking about doing it. Tell them to subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, tell me what you think. Let me know what you think of the backdrop. I think it's better than what I was doing when I lived on Fort Bragg. So, I mean, you have it's a little more personal. You get to see, like, if you don't know me personally, like, hey, This dude was in the service. This dude works out. This dude likes guns. And you can see some of my little family pictures. Your boy's a family man. So, hey, a little more personal touch, not to get all touchy feely, but I mean, this is me. Guns, family, working out. That's what I'm about. So, anyway, long winded in the video. Like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And until next time.